The Mandela Bay Development Agency, they're set to launch the St. Peter's Church in Nelson Mandela Bay as a heritage site. So perhaps for more on this, we're going to cross to SABC News reporter Ntombozuko Balintulo, who is in Gqeberha. Ntombozuko, a very good morning. What a glorious day, of course, given the history and the significance of this church for South Africa and our country at large. So talk to us about the processes that went into declaring this a heritage site and really what this actually means for the community at large.
Good morning, Sakina. Yes, we are currently at the St. Peter's Rainbow Village right here in Gqeberha, the Eastern Cape. This is where Minister of Sports, Gqeberha McKenzie, will officially open this church. But of course, it's a historical site. But first, before we get into the details of what's going to happen, I just want to show you how this area looks like at the moment. St. Peter's Anglican Church was watched over since South End since 1975. It's built from crowd rocks by Reverend George Smith, and it has been for around 4 generations. It is a symbol of unity and resilience. But St. Peter's was never just a church for a lot of people, especially here in Port Elizabeth, but known as Gqeberha. It was a community hub where education, faith and friendship intertwined, and also education opportunities and everyday heroes within St. Peter's walls. And this is the same church that allowed coloured and Malay children found opportunities that were rare at the time, and teachers and community leaders like Father Paddy and Reverend Siga nurtured young minds. But of course, coming back to me now, Sakina, this place of course is going to be open to the public, and it also accommodates plus minus 20 people that are able to. It's Lizelle, yes. This place is going to, of course, allow plus minus 20 committee members just to come here to look at this area. And it is, of course, not only just the heritage site, there is a village cafe that is going to be here. I quickly want to check if my colleague can just change the site to see how it's currently looking. It is underway. There are preparations now just to welcome Minister Gqeberha McKenzie, and also just to officially launch this area. But of course, at 8 o'clock, top of the hour, we'll be speaking to some from the MBD who will be actually telling us the process of actually allowing this place. And because I know that around 2014, MBD bought this area and they started renovations around 2018 just to make sure they reserve the history of St. Peter's Village, Rainbow Village here in Gqeberha.
Well, Ntombozuko, thank you so much. We will continue to monitor that story, of course, as it continues. It's got lots of heritage and cultural significance and values, even just looking at the social and architectural elements that also come to the fore. So let's see how the day progresses on that front as the St. Peter's Church in Nelson Mandela Bay is set to be declared a heritage site.